There are so many great Android phones out there this summer, and here at Android Central it's our job to highlight the ones that are actually worth your cash. So we've used and tested the daylights out of everything on this list to bring you our definitive roundup. So here we go, strap in and get ready for the best Android phones in June 2019. Samsung is once again the safe choice if you just want a dependable Android flagship that scores well across the board. Some of the whiz-bang features of other phones on this list are missing from the Galaxy S10 Plus, but Samsung's early 2019 flagship delivers a great big display in a compact package with a slick software experience and dependable all-day battery life. Samsung's first proper triple camera setup around the back augments what we saw last year with the S9 Plus, with improved low-light capabilities and a new wide-angle option. Samsung has the best ultra-wide camera we've seen, with some really fun video options using that wider lens, as well as excellent video stabilization, perhaps the best on any Android phone. Plus, internationally, it's already been updated with a pretty great new low-light camera mode. The S10 Plus might not be the most exciting on this list, but for the vast majority of us, it is the best overall. The Galaxy S10e gives you most of the benefits of the full-sized S10, only in a smaller form factor with a slightly reduced battery size, and a handful of other trade-offs as well. The screen is flat, not curved, the telephoto camera is also gone, and you'll use a side-mounted capacitive fingerprint scanner instead of the fancy new ultrasonic in-screen option in the pricier models. Other than that, this is every bit a Galaxy S10, and it delivers everything you'd expect in this sort of phone in a form factor that is easier to wrangle with one hand. And if the S10e isn't your cup of tea, then the other option in this size category is probably Google's Pixel 3a, which starts at $400 in the US and gives you more of a pure Android experience, though with a less impressive spec sheet. OnePlus really knocked it out of the park with the 7 Pro, showing that this company, which was once a plucky upstart, can now really challenge Samsung and Huawei. Highlights include probably the best overall Android software experience in OxygenOS, with a proven software update track record. There's a gorgeous 90Hz OLED display that's smoother than almost anything else out there, backed up by oodles of performance and a stunning physical design. Oh, and there's also a cute pop-up selfie camera too, which means no display notch. OnePlus is no longer just a phone for the nerds, it's a great phone for everyone. Weaknesses? Well, the triple camera setup isn't as good as Samsung's or Huawei's, and that's especially noticeable in the telephoto and the ultra-wide. The battery life is just about average, certainly nothing special, largely due to the extra power pull of that 90Hz panel. Plus, this is a big, super slippery phone, so if you're not into larger handsets, then it will be a bit of a non-starter. Overall though, OnePlus more than justifies its place on this list, even at a higher price point than ever before. It's impossible to talk about Huawei without addressing the big US government-sized cloud currently hanging over the Chinese company. We've got a full video explaining what's going on there that you should check out, but the short version is this. Huawei's place on the US blacklist may cause problem with software updates further down the line. Nobody really knows how that's going to work out, but Huawei has publicly committed to supporting its phones. Anyway, the P30 Pro, even with all this uncertainty, still has the best camera setup in any smartphone, with the possible exception of the Pixel 3 series front-facing camera. You get a 40MP main camera with superhuman night sight capabilities, a capable ultra-wide lens, and the most impressive telephoto camera by far, with 5x optical zoom and 10x hybrid zoom. There is simply no substitute for the versatility of this setup. Add to that a gorgeous chassis design, improved though still somewhat weird software, and the best battery life I've seen out of any flagship, and you've got a really compelling overall package. If you're after a flagship that can go all day, take great photos and still have plenty of juice left in the tank, the P30 Pro is definitely for you. Asus is back with a splash and finally interesting again. Not only has the company dropped most of its ugly custom interface, instead moving to stock Android, it's also got a creative solution to the bezel versus notch problem, with a neat flip camera that serves both front-facing and rear-facing duties. Although you'll miss out on a top quality display and water resistance, the new Zenfone 6 does deliver some of the best battery life out there thanks to a whopping 5000 mAh cell. This is a quirky phone, but it's really competitively priced, and unlike the vanilla OnePlus 7, it's actually available in the United States. As for the best for even less than this, you'll want to check out Google's Pixel 3a series, which starts at $400 in the US, and offers much the same experience as the larger two Pixel 3 phones, though with one or two cut corners. Check out our 1 month on review for more on those two handsets. That's it for now. If you have any of these phones, hit the comments, let us know how you're getting on with them, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our coverage of the next wave of great Android phones. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.